Jeff Gersman.
Hi, hello. Caravella is here.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm here.
Have you ever thought about mounting a chainsaw to the bottom of a gun?
Have I thought about it?
Like in a very methodical, turn-based fashion.
Yeah, if I could do it, and then I'm kind of a bayonet guy, you know. Just give me a big old knife on the bottom of a rifle, like we used to do back in the old day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, like pendulum war type stuff. So how many action points do you think it would take for you to strap a knife to a gun?
It would take 0 because I would need to have done it before I deployed. But boy, once I get that guy, hopefully the action points come rolling in. This is Gears Tactics. If you ever decided that you were sick of that fast-paced run and gun nature of Gears of War, boy, if you're tired of stopping and popping.
There's no running, there's no gunning. Come on now.
No, this is more pop.
You pop.
This is pop and pop. We're gonna get into Gears Tactics here. It is available, of course.
Tomorrow.
Yes, it's available tomorrow. It's available on the Windows platform, on the PC, but also on Steam, if that's where you want to get your games. It is $60 to make you holler. I love to get down with the Gears Tactics. So here we go. I'm going to load up my save. I've tried to not go too far for spoiler reasons. So this is still Act 1 of Gears Tactics. Let's check out your starting lineup.
Oh, you got some rewards to claim, though.
I do. I got a lot of rep I've earned. Yeah. It is also, I should mention, Xbox Game Pass. If you have that on the PC, you can get it there. But no console as of this time.
Right.
And it feels like it could be. But, you know, what do I know about game development?
I wonder I wonder if that's like them looking at XCOM 2 not being on console at first. Because and thinking that maybe that sends a message that, like, we're taking the PC really seriously to people that would care about tactics games, right? And then maybe they'll bring it over later. Because I got to say, this game has fully featured controller support. Like, it's fine.
Okay. Yes, I haven't. I'm playing with a mouse here, mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
There are other tactics games, let's say Chimera Squad, from the Firaxis and the XCOM people that do not have controller support on the PC. But this, here we are back in Gears Tactics. I have mostly forgotten everything about Gears, and I did not play the last Gears of War. So. That being said, we have Gabe Diaz, who I'm told shares a last name with the protagonist from Gears of War.
Yes, that's yes. This is the father. So this game is set well before the events of the first
12. Count them, 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years before the first Gears of War. Sure.
Yeah.
And he is the father of the protagonist from Gears 5, Kate Diaz.
Kate.
And you got him in a helmet. I don't know.
I do. You know, listen, I'm tired of looking at that mug. Let's get into it, shall we?
I don't want to, you know, I hate it when people say, oh, this person looks like this person. But I get a distinctly Brian Ekberg vibe off of Gabe.
Oh, okay. Well, let's turn the helmet off. So you can do it.
Tell me what you think now that I've put that in your head.
Sure. Yeah. I could see it. Yeah. A little squarer, I think, and Brian Ekberg, hell of a square jaw. But I think a little square at the bottom there. And I don't know if Ekberg has the kind of skunk
you can get
mark,
it though. I'm saying if you know he could, if you wanted to have that look, I think he could pull it off.
I see it. And also Diaz in the motor pool. So yeah, it all plays out. It checks out. So let's go through some of the mechanics here. This is your kind of overworld screen here. I'll go back to the home here because if you're coming to this from something like an XCOM, that's probably the touchstone for most people. The wider range of people on tactics games, there are definitely more than XCOM, but like, hey, that punched through. This will kind of be your kind of out of mission place. You're going to hang out and do all your recruitment and your this is your home base. So you come in here to the barracks and you can see you've got heroes and troops. And this is where things get a little weird for me to jump out with. Every time I bring a hero on a mission, which I've got 4 of them, you get coal for doing the pre-order, I believe. And I think it's. I'm not saying pre-ordering the game is worth it, but I'm saying having Cole on the team is a lot of fun. He shouts.
Well, I think it's just the skin for Cole.
Oh, is that right?
I think it's the football look because. Every time I launch the game, I haven't gotten to this point in the story yet because it says like act whatever, whatever chapter you're going to get Cole. It reminds you every time you launch the game, hey, you're going to get Cole at this exact point in the story. and it's just like, hey, what the fuck? Like, that's kind of a weird thing to be upfront about, but okay.
So the weird thing was, so for Sid and for Michaela here, I think I'm saying that right. Let's say Dorn.
Michaela, yeah.
There's a story introduction. Cole just showed up in my roster after a certain point. So that's what maybe I'm not sure.
Maybe not then. Okay, the way the stuff was worded on the screen before you get to that point in the story made it seem like you'll get Cole here and you'll have access to his football look if you want it.
Hey,
that's
as someone who had Sergeant Slaughter and the fridge for my GI Joes, I'm okay with a guy going out there in football armor. It is.
What are your thoughts on the limited issue series of the GI Joe Order of Battle, where they just had the stats on GI Joes? There was no story stuff. It was just like the file cards collected, and they put Rocky Balboa in there.
I didn't know that.
They retracted it like 2 issues later of a 4-issue series. By the end of it, they were like, we were kidding about Rocky.
I think that's very weird, but
yeah.
What do I ain't no lawyer. So let's get into it here. We got the heroes and the troops. Every time I bring a hero on a mission, it says to complete the mission, you cannot lose the hero. They must survive. So I'm not sure what's exactly going on there. I'm still fairly early on in the game. Maybe that'll change at some point. But I always bring the hero.
Hey. I assume that's like, hey, they're story characters. You can't let them die.
Yeah. So maybe they'll be. But the thing is, like, maybe they'll be taken out. And the heroes get an ability where they can res back up. They can self-revive once during a mission. So, so here are my 4 heroes. Here are my troops, and you can recruit troops if you have room in your overall squad. So right now I'm full, 9 of 9 people. But if you do not, at the end of missions, you'll be given an opportunity to recruit other troops, not heroes, troops, at least so far for me. We have the classes. We have support. So your main character, Gabriel Diaz, is a support. This is kind of where I start getting into the weeds a little bit of this stuff. So each class so far has a skill tree that at first seems a little overwhelming. So each one has, let's see, roughly that's 6. That's about 12 skills in each sub-discipline of the class. So right now he is support. Right now I'm kind of leaning into this Paragon specialization, but you can also go strategist, combat medic, or surgeon, and that's just for support.
I ended up going in the combat medic direction and regretting it almost immediately.
It might be one of those things where you regret whatever you picked immediately.
Yeah, maybe.
I've been kind of spacing it out. I was gonna go Paragon, and that's mostly just because I was thinking like role playing. What would Gabe be, right? Oh, he's probably this like Paragon. He's this kind of Boy Scout. We'll get into the story in a second here. But anyway, let me drop these points in without looking at them too much. When targeted, an ally kills an this unit gets 1 action point, maximum of 2. Okay.
So that's the thing, man. All these skills are super, like you can't not read them. This is the game.
This is the game, yeah.
Like so much of this game, because it's small squad, it feels like every class, and so I don't know if the troops, do the troops have the same options? Like they level up same as everybody else, right?
Yep. This is Tyrone. This is my other support, Dewey.
So it's a lot to keep track of. It's less about like, oh, well, I know every single support is going to be like this, and more like, I crafted this support this way, and now I need to keep track of a long list of passives and a not quite as long, but still very long list of actives that when you work them all together, like all this stuff is meant to fit together, because so much of the game is about like, you did this thing and got an extra action point. And so that means now I can do this, and then this cooldown is 5 turns, but if I shorten it to 4 with this skill point, then I can do this and this. And so like the layering of abilities, it makes this game, I mean, it's a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. Like going in and thinking like, okay, they're making Gears Tactics, like, they're going to come up with a light to medium tactical strategy experience, but then they dump you into this skill tree after like the first mission, and you're like, oh, okay.
So there's not only so the skill tree itself can be a little overwhelming, especially if you haven't played yet and you're like, well, I don't know what I want to be. I'm sure on a second or maybe even a third playthrough, you're like, I want a combat medic, I want a paladin. So right now it is definitely exploring the waters on this, but not and not using the troops as much as maybe I should. I'm only seeing these abilities, but the thing, you're absolutely right, because the thing that gets almost too intense, these are Gabe's all Gabe's skills that are going on right now, because he not only gets skills and passives and actives from the skill tree, but he also gets them from weapons. So all these weapon attachments also come, oops, I hit the wrong button, also come with skills. So, you know, as you're in here looking at these, it's A and D to cycle. So you'll get +2 ammo, that'll show up on his passive list. You'll get +5 accuracy bonus, that's on his passive list, +30 damage. So all this stuff shows up, and if you're trying to sort his skills, it can be a little overwhelming to know what you need. So you can see he's got 7 passive skills, and you see this in combat being like, oh wait, does he have the gain an action point from killing a guy? I don't remember.
Right.
It can be a little tough. I found myself just ignoring some of it and just hoping for the best after I kill a guy, because
I did that, and then it went real bad on me.
it definitely can. We'll get into the combat in a second here, but this is an important part of the game. So again, you have armor. You can toggle the helmet on or off if you want. Just you know, in terms of aesthetics, you know,
show his pretty face.
Show his pretty face. Yeah, I'll keep it off. It doesn't mean he's not wearing it, but then you have his upper thing, his, you know, whatever, his vest. And then, sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button because they change it when you're in and out of the menus.
Yeah.
You get his lower bits, and then you get his undershirt. Now, these are the heroes. Again, I'll drop her points in before I go into the next bit here. Get her skill tree, and I'm just gonna pop. When this unit is targeted for the first time each turn, gets 40% evasion bonus. That doesn't sound as good. That sounds good. Okay. Okay, I'll just bank that point for now. Okay, so if you're in your troop, here's where you can customize your character. So you can get in here and you can choose what they look like and do all the business you want. So I'd have to turn the hat off, but this is where you can be like, okay, I want to make my squad like the giant bomb squad, right?
I was gonna say, can you rename the troops?
Yes. Okay. So you can do all that stuff in here. Where is rename? It's somewhere in here. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, all that stuff can be done here. But I haven't done it because I've been using the heroes mostly, and Tyrone Wolf Shepherd is too good a name. Like, I'm not gonna rename a guy named Tyrone Wolf Shepherd.
I never went with like custom names in XCOM games or anything like that either. Like, I get why people do, and I think it's vital that games do that, but. But I've never really gotten into it myself.
I mean, are you gonna rename Dewey Wizard Dibble?
Dewey Dibble. Call me Wizard.
I'm not gonna rename the Wizard. All right, so that's the difference between troops and heroes. Clearly, the heroes don't seem to necessarily have like a hero skill, like in something like a Warcraft, let's say, except for that self-res once during the thing.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Should we get into the actual game? So
let's do it. Open the cases, man. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's right. What am I doing? Let me gear everybody up. Let's get back.
So there are cases in the missions you'll find, and they're kind of optional. Like, you don't necessarily have to open up the boxes, but like if you spend some turns going over to the boxes, and sometimes you're out of combat when you're doing that. Yeah, you should. You will get more items.
So let's show that.
See what you get. Mostly,
they are the most loot boxy looking things, though. I have not seen any place where I can put real money in. But these things,
so they did, like in their trailer, they tried to make a big point about like no microtransactions.
Okay.
So that would be they would be going back on some highly advertised features if they suddenly added some microtransactions into the game.
But you can see, like, these are important things to have. So and that's going to get me back into the barracks, where now this is smart. So, you know, all that stuff we just talked about, you get this little red chevron or tick on the side here. That means you can do something new, and then everybody who has the ability to put on something that applies to them gets one of those as well. And then you'll see that digs down even further. So you're like, what can I do? Oh,
what did I get?
I can get new shoes, or whatever it is. So
shoes, whatever,
20 health. I want to keep him with the health, and then it'll go away once you've seen it clearly. As hey, this is new, but it is so helpful because there's so much stuff to go through. Let's keep him with the health, and she has. Let's see what she has. She has that scope that came in, which 5% accuracy, 7% accuracy. 7's better than 5. Let's put that on.
7 is better than 5.
Something else is going on here. Oh, new barrel. 15. Ooh. Okay, let's see what this is. What does that do? What's Swift? This does this passive ability. Oh, it takes a shot. It gets 5% chance to receive 1 action. I'm gonna take the damage. 5%.
Damage works every time you pull that trigger.
That's right. It's 5%'s not enough
of the time.
She has something else here too. So it must be some armor. Oh, no, did I miss? Oh, stock. Okay. Crit versus negative 40 damage. That's
no thanks.
That's what I'm
negative 40.
Negative 40 seems bad. And that's not to me. So let's do that. Okay. So she's all good. Everybody else is cleared out here. I could go through and see if anybody else has anything, but I'm just going to go. Except for Tyrone, who has a skill. And I'm just going to pop it like it's a skill.
Somewhere in that direction.
Somewhere up. He is. So it's kind of neat. They kind of show you where you're headed. Like, oh, hey, you put one below the line here, so you're on the defender track. And I'm like, as an idiot, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going defender now.
I guess I'm getting all these.
I guess this is me. Suppressing fire. Sure. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay. That's actually a very helpful skill. All right, there's probably more stuff here I should be doing. That takes 2. This takes 1. Let's just pop them. He got this, which I need to read this again. When this unit kills an enemy with a chainsaw attack, it gets an action. Okay. So it gets an action after it kills somebody with a chainsaw. It doesn't necessarily... The chainsaw will still be on cooldown, though. Hey, how about the game? You want to see what the game is like?
Oh, is this not the game?
This is some of the game. So let's see. We have our 2 missions here. It's rescue or incursion. So I have not played these yet, but let's pick one. Wretches get 100% damage, maximum 1 unit. Support class unavailable. Ooh, support class unavailable. Well, that means...
Well, if you can only take 1 unit in, then don't do that, because we want to see the game.
Yeah, I want to see the game, but it means you couldn't use Diaz. So you have story missions, and then you have these optional missions, but it's still linear. The game is still very linear. So you can see I can kind of just choose there. Okay, let's do this. Yes.
How do you feel about the game not really having a full strategy layer? Like XCOM has the research, all that other stuff. Like how are you finding that aspect, or the lack of that here?
It's okay. I mean, I'm not that far into it, so maybe that'll start wearing on me in a little while. But right now, I'm okay. Just kind of getting in the action, not having to think too hard about the meta layer on it. The meta layer. Some of your units have unspent skill points at school. We know that. Okay. Let's deploy. So you get in your little car, and then we drive into the mission. So the story here: Diaz did something.
Fetch. There's a valuable stash on site here. Retrieve the equipment and get it to the evac point.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So Diaz was a rising star in the. He was a rising gear in the COG, right? The coalition of governments under Prescott, and then something happened on some mission. Jacinto Plateau. Something happened on a mission somewhere. Something somewhere where he's like, I'm not doing this anymore.
War, something.
He joined the motor pool, and then just when he thought he was getting out, they pulled him back in, and then this game starts right as these guys are launching the Hammer of Dawn, the thing that kind of destroys all the cities and tries to wipe out the locusts, and was not a good scene for all the civilians, and it's pretty terrible.
And then on top of that, didn't work, and so now you're in the wastelands here, looking for a big bad guy.
Yes, a new bad guy who is said to have created the worst monsters of the locust, and the story is kind of fragile at that point too, because you're like, great, let's go on this mission, give me all the supplies, and Prescott's like, nah, pick them up in the field. You're like, okay, why?
Strictly OSP, baby.
Yeah. So let's get started here. You have points. So you have these action points that you can use to take your turn. So each move will take a certain amount of points per distance, but you can get more than 3 points. I know it looks like everybody has 3 here, but you can acquire more than 3. So let's start off by getting somebody in cover. Gears Tactics does suffer a bit from some of the stuff I did not like in Gears or XCOM 1, which they kind of sorted out a little bit in XCOM 2, which is you can spend all your turns and then stumble upon a cache of enemies, or enemies might just fall out of the sky once you have wasted nearly all of your moves, giving the enemies a free shot on you. So it always...
It's an ambush, baby. That's just real.
It could be, or there's a pretty limited zone. See, okay, so if I had pushed a little too far, I would have no turns left. But this is okay right now. I mean, listen, that happens. It just prevents you from moving very quickly down the map, so you got to take it a little more slowly. That being said as well, this game I feel like really pushes you in the direction of Overwatch. So something that I feel like XCOM 2 tried to break a lot of people of, which was just sitting and doing Overwatch. Overwatch in this game has a cone, which is bigger for some players, smaller for some, depending on the weapon. And it uses your action points on the enemy's turn. So whenever you start Overwatch, if you have 2 points left, you'll be able to take 2 shots. And I do not believe you suffer an aim penalty for Overwatch here, but I could be wrong there. So anybody...
Most of my Overwatch shots have shredded people. Like
yes.
It seems very effective.
Very effective. So there's Cole mouthing off. So you can see his is super wide here. I'm not sure why. Is that Diaz? Oh no, that's my sniper, that's why. Yeah, she's got a very narrow band. So you can really set up some pretty terrible Overwatch kill boxes. Yeah. Especially for these wretches, they will just run into it.
They're idiots. They're wretches. It's kind of nice. Like I gotta say, I think they have done a really good job. Even if I think this game is a little, or if the game's maybe a little more ability heavy than I thought it was going to be, which is fine. I feel like they're doing really well at capturing like the feel of Gears.
Sure.
In a tactics game.
I mean, hiding behind cover, sticking out halfway is Gears.
It's a totally natural fit. It's I think it's a way better fit than like Halo Wars was.
Yeah, so I don't mind that. And as somebody who likes to turtle up and was like a little put off initially in XCOM 2 with the kind of push forward timers and don't overwatch, this kind of fits a little better. So Diaz starts with a stim grenade, which I found completely useless, at least in the early game. And I put a frag grenade on, which is completely, which is so much better. So you get this ring, and it does damage more in the center of the ring, and then damage kind of trickles out as it goes into the perimeter of the ring. So you can kind of muck around and try and get as many guys as you want. That's probably the best I'm going to do. I don't think I can actually kill 5 of them. I think I can get that touch on it. Doesn't matter. I'm going to throw another grenade in a second. But they are very powerful.
But they have a cooldown.
They have a cooldown, but they are not. So that took 1 turn. It didn't end my turn. So I can switch back to my Lancer here, and I could just actually pick some of these guys off if I want, which is what I'm going to do.
I've missed some high percentage shots. It has been heartbreaking. In the way that these games can be.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's the way these things roll. So Diaz here is spent. I could sit here and just reload everybody for a turn, or I could move forward. That's one of the things that you have to make that choice. If you want to, I could uncover more guys and I have a spent guy, or I can continue moving forward. Well, we'll continue moving forward. That's my sniper. I'll move her last. Game, like any good tactical game, relies a lot on flanking maneuvers, so let's start moving Cole up this way. I think we can,
and it does a lot of the half cover, full cover stuff. I think they do a really good job with the kind of line of sight, like drawing the lines between you and the enemies. Like the UI is very good at telling you like these are the enemies you can see from here and who can see you, and
it's even got this RTAC thing, which I'll turn it on once we get more combatants on screen, but it gives you better hit percentage data. And this is weird sometimes. There could be enemies that'll run in from off screen on my next turn. That's why I'm kind of going to Overwatch here. Just because you see them doesn't mean they're not coming in. I'm going to leave her.
I always say that.
So let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, so they didn't hit me. I'm going to just do a kind of more aggressive move up here. If he moves, he loses a bonus for his anchored. So I'm going to leave him there for a second. I'm going to move Cole up here.
Oh, because he's a heavy, so he's got the big mulcher or whatever.
That's right, and he gets a aim bonus. So I'm not.
You don't want to move that thing. You want to mount it on cover and
stay there.
again, sensible stuff. Like,
but I am gonna move.
Think about the world of Gears of War.
Right, that's right. All right, so I unlocked somebody here, or at least I heard somebody. Oh, there they are. Okay, and this guy here. So Locust will go into Overwatch quite a bit, and let's get him on his Overwatch.
I feel like there's been a lot of times, and Wretch just kind of break this up, but there's a lot of cases where it's like, oh, we're both just kind of overwatching each other.
Yes, yeah.
Like for these 2 turns, and I guess I need to flank and all that stuff. But you can knock a guy out of Overwatch.
Yep, you can use your pistol, and I'll probably do that in just a second here. So, like you said, pretty good feedback on who you can see. This is my line of sight. Means I could take a shot on either of those. If I turn that R tack on, and I go in, I can kind of see why I'm getting the hit percentage I am. If I turn that R tack off, that kind of just goes away. So it's nice. That was some stuff that you had to kind of mod in
right
in XCOM.
Like, you want some extra numbers.
Yeah. It's nice.
That's nice.
Here's a loot case. It's going to take me a turn to get there, and I don't think it's worth it quite yet, but I don't think that Locust is going to hit me over here. I just like the voice. It's nice to have Cole around. It reminds me a lot of Gears of War. So again, if you don't get him from the pre-order, that'd be a shame for the game to not surface him if he doesn't show up in any other form. So you can see Overwatch here is line of sight. I'm on a bad spot here. I can't quite get him. I'd want to be on this other side, but I'm going to blow my turn. I can use an ability to gain an action. I didn't realize this was an active. Okay, this unit gets 1 action to a minimum. Okay. All right, let's burn a turn. Can I do myself?
I believe turn and burn is what you meant to say.
I don't think I can get myself, so that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Tyrone an extra action because he's on Overwatch, which means he can take out another guy if he moves. And then wasted that turn. She's going to go to Overwatch in case somebody goes here because that seems like a pretty good cover point that somebody would move up on. Overwatch. And here we go. Then we watch the drama play out. Perfect.
Yeah.
So, so you can see it's a very cool thing that I like about this game. Maybe one of my favorite things about this game is you might have seen when they were getting hit, it said interrupted. So it basically is almost like a stagger, which I really like. So if they're charging in, it kind of ends their turn for that momentum. They have to kind of pick them. If you were on the other end, the receiving end of that, if you say we're going into Chainsaw Guy and you got interrupted, your turn would be over, or that part of your turn would be over. You have to spend points to do it again, which means you've wasted that ability and it's now on cooldown. So I actually really like that about this game.
And that's kind of the theory behind the pistol, right? Is it's it seems like its primary use is to knock guys out of Overwatch, but really what you're doing is you're kind of interrupting.
Yes.
That Overwatch, right?
Yeah, and also the pistol, the range on it is so much better than the Lancer. You get. I don't think I can take a shot. I'll move up here. I'll probably see it. So you'll see my hit percentage on this Lancer is probably going to be garbage, 46, and if I switch over to the pistol, 58. So it's much better. It does way less damage. The other thing that I've been a little bummed out about is they will go into a downed state sometimes. It is possible to get them into a down state. I'll try it here. Let's see what happens. But sometimes they have sometimes they'll just have that sliver of health and you're like, come on, man. Come on. And so right now it would make sense for Tyrone here to just use his pistol and pop this guy off.
I just realized that the game doesn't seem to have active reloading.
No.
When you reload, it just reloads.
There might be an ability. It does have
I wonder if there's anything later. That seems like something that goes against maybe the spirit of the game being a tactics game. Don't forget to open your case.
I gotta go get it,
over by the other guy, now that there's no combatants, you can freely...
So they grab it, and they'll kind of be spread out along the map, which, if I were a designer, I'd put one in the next spot. There you go.
This is the part of the game I don't like so much, is the notion of, I'm still spending points, and there's still invisible enemy turns.
Yeah.
I kind of wish this part was a little more streamlined. I get, hey, you're going to eventually encounter enemies, and if you're overextending yourself, you're going to get caught off guard, so you need to be careful on the advance. But I guess I wish that was a little...
Other games have done it differently, not just XCOM, where you get free turns until you spot an enemy.
Right,
But, and it's hard to know what's happening behind the scenes clockwork wise, whether they are moving up or advancing. A lot of times when they're on the map, they just drop out of the sky from a carrier.
Totally. Yeah.
So it's hard
you
to know.
you hit a trigger point in the map and 4 enemies dropped from the sky right here. Literally, like they show one of those carrier things flying, like a shadow of it flying overhead.
Yeah, and that's a bummer too. If you're playing the thing for the first time, you don't know where that's going to happen, and you could have set up they could drop behind me now, right? And it's like, oh, how was I supposed to know? Let's just get everybody set up here. And that's kind of why I'm setting up. I have no idea what's going to happen when I open this door. They could drop reinforcements in behind me.
Yeah, I wish there was something that's just like, hey, stack up on this door and take sensible cover around this position.
Like a breach.
Yeah, just let me click one button that does this and not have to like turn by turn my way over to this door.
Well, I was the nice thing. Yeah, I'll just do it. Let's just open it. I should put everybody into Overwatch. But the nice thing, after you do a combat, everybody automatically reloads for free. Yeah, that is nice. All right. Looks like nobody.
But wait.
That's pretty easy. Let's get in there. Great. The checkpoints are nice. Who are we moving up? Let's move our furthest guy up first. Nope, he's out of points. How are we doing? Reloaded. I don't want to trigger too many guys here, so I'm gonna burn a turn.
Come on.
And just wait a second.
Yeah. You never know what's out there.
I don't. And I want everybody moving up at the same time.
Dig in. We got incoming.
Okay, so they are coming in. The wretches. There are missions that have clocks and countdowns to prevent you from doing stuff like that. Let's see if we get anybody bigger. Oh, so here are my hero units, right? So, you know, they got to make it. And these are bonus objectives. Use the reload ability less than 5 or more times. And I assume that it will not count mission successes. So we're gonna move.
Yeah, I assume that's like reloading
active,
in combat.
Yeah, not to confuse it with active reload, but you know what I mean.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move him up to where he was. We're gonna move her up. I'm gonna try to move through this a little faster as I'm not explaining it. Is that covered? That's not covered. That's covered. We have a couple of turns here before we engage, so I'm gonna get everybody up. You're not gonna make it too far. There we go.
Brace yourselves.
All right, I'm gonna say one more, and then that's on.
Yeah.
So wretches will always charge at you. Everybody else, the bigger guys,
of war.
yeah, will usually take cover, try to flank.
Time to work.
All right, where's my sniper?
Heavy on standby. Reporting for duty.
Where does she go?
Yep.
Oh, she's back here. Jeez, she's all in the end. I feel like kind of want her in better position. There's that loot box. I kind of want her here. I don't know too much about this gate. Seems like a thing they might come through, or they might come through here, about height advantage, because there is climbable terrain in this, and I don't know.
Oh, huh.
Yeah,
like
you
a
can
higher ground bonus.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of that yet, but again, while you're in this thing, you can always see their passive skills, but like, you know, good luck remembering everything. I have a bad memory, so I don't remember everybody's passives and what they have on. All right, Cole, you're gonna want to get closer here. That's
woo, he says.
It's, you were close. You were close.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's what you. This is.
Wretches don't open doors. I wouldn't think. If I'm thinking about Gears of War.
Yeah.
I think of wretches as maybe bashing through doors, but.
Well, I think they might. I'm gonna
hop over stuff. They'll. I know for a fact they will hop over cover. They will come get you.
Okay, I'm gonna go here then. Okay. I mean, he's only got one shot at it. It's just Diaz. Yeah, he needs to get closer. He's an up close and personal guy. Let's do. This is where we're making our stand right here.
Seems sensible.
Yeah. You know what? He's good. So I think Cole is the one who's going to be in the most trouble here. So
he's out there.
He's out there. So I'm gonna give him my extra point for an extra shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give Tyrone a real. We're just gonna really hope they're gonna come Storm and Cole, which I think they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time's up. Here they come.
As Cole still has his grenade, I believe. So.
I would think everyone
All
has
right.
their grenade. I feel like
Here we
that.
go.
Yeah.
All right. So we're good. This is good.
But did your guy shoot Cole in the back?
Did he?
Seems to. There was a "Hey man, what you doing?" and I think he may have taken some damage. I think you might have shot the Cole train.
Yeah, it looks like he did. So it does happen. Hey, listen, the war is hell. But we're gonna grenade these guys, and usually it will say obscured or something like that when you take aim. So like if I go to him and try to fire on somebody,
yeah, it's not even really an option. Like it's grayed out. So.
Yeah, geez, he must not be able to see here. Well, Cole,
Heavy reporting in.
you better get on that grenade, man. All right.
Yeah, come on, thrash ball.
Something important here.
Saw something over there.
Let's turn that RTAC on. You can see they have a thing called opportunity attack. That means within one turn, when any of my units get close to them, they will take a swipe and usually hit. Which means if I go to bayonet this guy, he will probably swipe me away and end my bayonet turn.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. It was a real bummer.
It's a real bummer, and sometimes I forget it, and it still is a bummer. But we can get.
Oh yeah,
We can get. Let's see. Who's the nearest threat here? I'd say. Can I get these 4? No. All right. Well. Oh, it's flicking back and forth in a way that makes me want to.
Can you get 5?
Nah, I don't think I can. All right. Because Cole still has some points, and he still has some shots on his weapon. Let's see how much damage we could do with the pistol. So he'll kill this guy. Let's do it. And I probably... How many points does he have now? 1? All right, that's not going to kill him, but maybe with the Lancer.
Well, he'll opportunity attack, right? Oh, with the Lancer. Okay.
No, I was going to shoot him, but it's not enough.
That hit rate's terrible.
That's not enough. Okay.
Maybe just overwatch him, and you know, in case you can't take care of anybody else. You know, at least the.
That's what I'm probably going to do. She might be able to hit him. Oh, she could hit this guy. Not for enough, though. Okay, let's get Diaz up there. It's time to get in the battle, man. All right, gotta move you up. You know what? It's time to go. You know?
I love going.
Go. Yeah, it's time to go. And you're gonna get up there too. I don't care if you lose that anchor. It's time to go. All right, he's got 5 of 5 shots. That's good. Put him back on his mulcher and get into that Overwatch mode. Where are they gonna come from? I think would they come around here? They
is it
wouldn't
just
come
2?
around
Is it just the one guy?
Well,
on the left and then
these
the one
guys
guy
are
back
gonna
there,
start.
okay, there's another bird. Okay,
they're gonna start pouring in. So I think he can take him out.
You can rotate the map. You know, you can Q and E, and
true.
if you need to get a better look at their terrain, because I feel like the thing I've run into is like I'm not sure that they can go that way.
Oh, if they're gonna like find a path.
But I guess that's low cover, so it does seem like there is a path, but none of them have taken it yet.
Yeah, they're gonna they could probably mantle this.
Yeah.
To use the Gears parlance.
I remember when no one ever used the term mantling in video games, and then Gears of War happened.
And then they all.
Now it's all we ever talk about.
Mantling.
They put mantling in Call of Duty this year. What? Oh my god.
Let's get her in the game. Let's go. We gotta get up there, right?
Yeah.
So she has this cool ability that I like called Fast Fingers. If she takes a shot and it kills an enemy, it will reload for her, which is very useful. So let's see if this will actually 10%. Let's see why. So what do we got? It's this low cover.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that guy's clearly coming over this path. What's the most? I say he's gonna break. I think he's gonna break this way.
All right.
Nah, let's go. That's a sliver, but all he's got to do is go in.
Come on, get me in there.
All right, Cole, you're in it. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, anyone who tries to, that low cover, like that'll be.
So this is nice when they do these, it'll actually tick down. So once I reloaded, this will say 4 more times. It's very nice, to, yeah, it's good for keeping track that way. All right, so we got him. He's good. He's got that big wide arc on this, but I want to get him up even more. Let's get him up. That's full cover. He's not gonna be able to shoot from there. Yeah. Yeah, no, here. You know, we're all moving up at some point. Let's go here.
Affirmative.
This is gonna be fine. All right, here we go.
They're taking their shot.
Yeah, take your shot. Come. Oh, she missed.
Oh.
Oh, and he missed with that low cover. Okay, so he's out of ammo, but this is fine. This is weird. Fine position. So they're hunkering down. That means they have a higher defense. We're gonna get in there in a second. I'm gonna pop these guys out of cover to show you kind of what the chainsaw stuff looks like. So he's got this ability, Intimidate, which is not gonna hit. So can't do that. If you use that Intimidate, it'll kind of pop their, usually pops their attack of opportunity off.
Mm-hmm. So you can do that and then charge in. Got it.
Yeah, but unfortunately we cannot, so let's just shred this guy here. Let's not waste, yeah, let's waste it. Maybe overkill, I think not.
Metal material there.
Is he gonna have a real bad shot on this guy? 49's not terrible on that guy. All right.
Coin toss?
Yeah. She can get into a better spot here. Be able to take him out.
Getting up there kind of far.
Yeah. But she's still covered. And if I can get a guaranteed shot on him, she'll reload.
Yeah.
So let's see what we got. So she's only got line of sight on that one guy. Might as well take the reload on this.
I wonder if that will count as one of your reloads.
Oh, we'll see.
Low on ammo.
Nope. No.
Okay.
It's good.
They just
It's
mean
good
straight
stuff.
up
I'm listening.
capital R reload ability.
Yeah, so he needs a reload. So let's say 16, and this is probably not going to be much better. 52. But look at that. That's garbage. Would I waste an opportunity? Would I waste something on there? Cole, get up there. Time to... He's not on Overwatch. Time to get to work. He's going to still have a shot here. That's a 90 on the pistol. Oh, that's worth taking, I think.
Yeah.
It's a grenadier. It's gonna be bad news for me. It's got one more turn. What else we
Support
got?
on hand.
All right, here's what we're doing. We're gonna give. We can get in there.
Mm-hmm.
We can. It's gonna be spicy once we're there. Oh, he's got
It's
that
gonna be a real
opportunity
mess.
attack. Oh,
Yeah,
bummer.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
You got orders for me?
Is this enough? It's not enough. Okay, here's what we're doing. We're gonna do this for. Oh, we can't. He's got one more turn. Everything's falling apart.
ugh.
Let's go.
Alt F4. Alt F4. Alt F4.
Let's go here, and we'll take a shot, and we'll put some people on Overwatch. Okay, Cole. These guys get hard to hit. So when you hit them, the Grenadiers, they lose their opportunity attack and they turn into this berserk mode, and that makes them pretty hard to hit. But I can get in there for the sake of this. Let's just show it. No, I can't. I've wasted too many turns. I'll show you this. It probably won't kill them because their defense goes way up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's got a crap on there. Let's get these guys in case they move up.
Setting up a perimeter.
All right, who's left? I don't want to reload now because of this whole thing, but I should be reloading. 59%. Why don't you just go?
What do you got? Like 3 enemies left?
Well, I think there might be some more that'll drop in. Who
I mean,
knows?
maybe until like, but that might be like end of combat and you get the free reload. Is what
Could
I'm
be.
saying.
Wow, he just snuck around the side there. He's like that slide, that gear slide. All right.
Keep turning down.
All right, this is all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. All right, we're gonna chainsaw a guy.
Let's make it
I
happen.
love it.
Yeah, let's give the crowd what they want. Bayonet? Sure.
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 Not a chainsaw, but hey.
No, but it's in gears. There you go. So doing that will probably do some. Well, that's for killing a guy.
Yeah.
Now he gets a free bayonet. And I need a reload. Why you need to reload when you got a free bayonet though? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, so you got another bayonet charge out of it. I would have thought that was maybe like giving you the action point back, because sometimes I think the mustache man, the eye patch dude, I want to say he gets 1 AP
For the thing,
for a
yeah.
bayonet kill. So it's like you kind of get free bayonet that way.
This unit gets 20% damage. Okay, it's not.
Yeah, free bayonet,
when
that's what
this
that
unit
is.
kills an enemy, this unit's bayonet charge ability cools down. The cooldown's reduced because I don't have the bayonet. It still has a 3-turn cooldown. Free bayonet. Bayonet charge.
Yeah,
It's
you
one.
get
Oh, it does get an action. Okay, it's not the bayonet.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So it's like if you can kind of get a little extra distance if you
Yes.
bayonet somewhere in the middle of your turn.
So she does not have a bayonet on her gun, on her weapon. And this is going to be a bad shot. It's not terrible, but let's just burn a grenade.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you just, she's
Yeah,
getting
that's
flanked.
that's the Overwatch. It's okay.
Eh,
We'll be fine. We're getting down to the end here. I do not believe this has an injured mechanic for soldiers that come back. Like you can't use them or a fatigue system. So that kind of, you can burn your health. So I think it's just this last guy here. So why don't we just get in there and end this?
Yeah. Sneak up behind him and
Here we go.
do something real nasty.
How's he doing on grenades? Yeah, why not?
Pretty good, turns out.
Going frag.
Yeah. Bwang.
Oh, but that wasn't it.
Oh, there's a loot there.
Okay.
Wow, that's a big crate. Wow, you can fit a couple of tricasters in there.
That's right.
So that's that optional mission. I wonder if they'll make us retreat. Nope, just hold your grenade and run away.
Yeah. Just whatever you had equipped at the end of the fight, you're just still holding.
So that's an optional mission. I think I'll just start a story mission and maybe we'll end it in the middle there. We don't have to go through a whole one.
Okay.
I like it so far. If it continues with this pace though, without the kind of overmap stuff, I could see this becoming a little rote. Like if I'm sure they will change the enemies up. I will get bigger enemies. The mechanics will change, but mission to mission to mission to mission might start getting it depends how long it goes. I really have no idea at this point.
And I think it definitely, and some people won't have this issue, but I'm definitely like, I'm with you where it's like the more abilities per character and the more characters I'm loading out, there's definitely a feeling of like, I don't remember what the optimal combo is to do like this ability, then this, then this, then this to like maximize action points when the chips are down. And so it almost benefits like, oh, I need to play this all at once, because if I stop for a couple of days to play something else and come back, it's gonna be like, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, it's
totally. There's a lot to keep in your head.
Totally.
I mean, and I think so far it doesn't seem that hard. I'm playing on the normal difficulty,
right?
And the stuff you get's important. All these upgrades and armor upgrades are huge, and that's also a lot to manage.
Yeah.
So evasion. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna.
I think people are gonna dig it. Like I like it a lot. Like I think it's. I was expecting it to be, I don't know, maybe like slightly friendlier in terms of like, hey, we turned Gears of War into a tactics game, but no, like they said no, we're turning this into a fucking tactics game, and they did it. I think that's cool. Yeah,
I think I was saying to you and Brad earlier. There are parts of it that remind me of a Company of Heroes game, almost more than a tactics game,
yeah.
Especially with all the hunkering down and the setting up lines of fire and that kind of stuff. But I don't mind that. All right, we got Sid, we got Cole. This is just a hero run. Can I? Do they have to come on this story mission? I kind of don't want Sid. Where's my? I want my heavy. Required. So Cole's the only one I could swap out, and I really like having Cole on a mission. So we're gonna bring I guess we're gonna go. Oh, let's go in. Let's do it. Oh hell. I like the heavy.
Yeah, like it's the Mulcher seems, I mean, especially in a game that so far seems very Overwatch.
Totally, yes.
Having a heavy seems like a key thing.
It's been very good.
Be ready for anything.
So hopefully we'll see something new here. Again, this is my first time seeing it, and you'll see a bit of what the story is like, which so far the production on the story stuff has been done well.
Yeah, it reads as a Gears game
There's a lot of grubs down
on the story stuff, on the cutscenes and,
Yeah.
and all that sort of
Good.
stuff.
Means he's close.
Uh-oh.
One of Ukon's pets.
That's the big bad. Ukon.
Ukon.
All right.
They've been
listen
talking
up.
up this Ukon
That
guy
bridge is our way
in
in.
all of their
No
pre-release
evil,
stuff, and
and they can't flank us.
the story even is just like, which I feel like that's maybe a little. I mean, the Gears franchise has certainly had its like individual enemy characters that you want to kill,
Mm-hmm.
but it's rarely
Still
like
hear it coming.
this is the doctor that did. Like it's a new type of bad guy, I think, for the franchise in a lot of ways.
And also
'Cause I feel
one
like
that
one of the only characters that gets any like real play is like the Queen, you know, and everyone else is just like some grub.
well, for I don't know the gear stuff that much. It's been a long time since I've gone into
There's, like,
Gears.
there's a Gears 1 guy. I mean, you know, like
All
like
right,
the
we're up.
General
The
Rom.
grubs
Yeah,
of this
but
bridge
you
good
never
and
hear of-
infested. We'll have to fight our way across.
You never hear of Ukon outside of this
Hard
game,
part will
right?
be finding Ukon
Not
once
that I
we're
know
there.
of. I
Okay.
don't. Not, I mean, you know, maybe there's some
You may
book
just
somewhere, but
find
yeah, I
out
don't know.
first.
Maybe he's in the. All right, look at this. We're just starting off. They're just like, go for it. So if I can,
Come on, get me in there.
I'll get you in there. If we can get in there and
Yeah, I was
just
gonna say, Fight Across the Dam has a real
Reporting
like
in.
you're gonna walk forward and mow down enemies until we tell you you're done sort of vibe to it.
because these are all hammer burst guys, which means they don't have opportunity attacks. So I could get in here. Let's just tear them up.
I mean,
Let's just do
yeah,
it.
just tear them up, play sloppy. Like, you know, you're
Yeah.
not gonna finish the mission here for
Yeah.
this video,
Cover in
so
the middle, flanking on the sides.
show off and then
Yeah, let's
die.
do it.
Scratch one.
Yeah, stand on the wrong side of cover while 3 enemies are there. Just
Listen,
see what happens.
he's got nothing left to lose. This guy right
Yeah.
now. He's like, listen,
We've all been there.
I got nothing left to lose. That guy has no cover, so let's get the guy that's in cover, right?
Sure.
Burn all these points.
Uh huh.
Thinning them out.
And she's like, listen, you're gonna do that? I'll do that too.
Yeah.
I got a sniper rifle.
Why not? 88. Why walk when you can shoot?
66%. How could you miss?
Grub.
That's why
66%.
you would walk
How could you?
instead. Oh, well. Hey,
Hey, 66% just
third-
means 1 out of 3, right?
exactly. Surely she won't miss a third time.
That's right. The numbers never lie. So he's down.
It's called math, people. Look it up.
So he's down, which means they could bring him back up. But you also get bonuses for. I'll see if I can get somebody up there. I don't know if yeah, we're playing sloppy, so we can get up there and maybe kill this guy who's downed, and then shoot this guy, and we'll be done. But you get bonuses for hitting a downed player as well.
Yeah, that's like, hey, you got an extra action point for running up there and doing this.
Whoops.
And hey, they have all these animations. They might as well use them.
Yeah, that's right.
Me, asshole.
So I just want to kill this guy in 1 shot, which means let's. Oh no, he can't cross it.
That edge right there. Yeah, no, he's
Oh, you're killing me.
yeah.
All
Let's
right.
go.
The bayonet only goes in the straight line.
Can he? He's not
Why
gonna
I
jump
say,
over.
fuck the bayonet.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. I wonder if I can get Cole in a straight line. So, yeah. All right, Cole, do it.
On my way.
Just get into position to run.
Yeah. All right, Cole.
All right,
Do
take
a
the
sports
ball.
thing.
Take the ball,
Come
Cole.
on, sucker.
There we go.
Great. And there's no other enemies, so this is probably actually like the right way to play it, right?
Oh, there's these wretches
oh,
here,
oh,
but
okay,
look at
sorry,
Cole.
I'm
Where are they
looking
gonna
very
come?
small.
Travis.
Yeah, no, they're gonna
Yes.
I'll tell you what, this is kind of fun.
they're
Like
walking
this.
right into a cone of death.
Okay.
Yeah, the cover doesn't matter with a wretch.
Yeah, head to head with the coal train. Come on.
Who's gonna win?
I'm here.
What are you gonna do?
Oh boy, she's gonna reload. I don't have that reload penalty anymore, right? Nope.
Nope.
Reloading here.
Load that gun. Who cares?
Active reload.
Here comes the
I got 25% more damage, I think.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get on. Cole, get in there.
They call that playing optimally.
Mhm.
Right.
Everything you just did.
Heads up. More grubs on the platform.
So he had an opportunity attack. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't trigger it, but I'm not. Maybe
Are you like just outside his range? Maybe?
it's possible.
Just overwatch him.
That'd be a real messed up thing to do. I'm just gonna hit him from here.
That'll trigger his opportunity attack.
Nope.
No, no. Okay.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Maybe he already got interrupted.
No, it said it's usually it takes it off the screen.
Oh, take it off the list. Got
I
it.
must have just been right outside of it. All right, everybody move up.
On standby.
This is perfect. Yep, and leave the sniper way out of range in case things go outside. Just run her up right outside of cover.
Yeah, why bother?
You do have this scroll here in case you miss anything, which sometimes I've found helpful. You know, if, like, say a character hits another player in the back.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get through this combat encounter, and then I'm going to call it.
Okay.
Because I don't want. We've been lucky enough not to have any story spoilers so far. Does seem like there is a story, and this guy's got goggles.
Spoilers. That guy's got goggles.
And they also do this funny thing which feels totally out of place when a new character arrives. They do like a pause and a bang and their title across the screen for the enemies.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? It doesn't feel like it's in the vibe of this game.
It's like, hey, this is the thing that Borderlands did, and I don't know that we need it here.
Well, this looks bad. There's just lasers on her. That's gonna be bad for her, I assume.
You should shoot those guys.
You're damn right.
Probably kill them.
Let's see what happens. I mean, I don't know if this is an Overwatch. Only one way to find out. Okay.
Oops.
I guess I chose poorly. Well, so it's a good chance to show off this self revive for hero units. They get this thing. Which
usually abilities that don't trigger Overwatch say on them does not trigger Overwatch.
Well,
for the record.
What do I know? They got red lasers on them. I shoot. So if I move, this guy's gonna ping one of these guys with their Overwatch. This is where knowing all the passives would come in really handy. I think Gabe might have a thing that stops him from reduced damage. Gets 30% damage against Overwatch shots. So he should be the one to take the move. Once, like many other games, once they use their Overwatch reaction, these guys seem to be done. Gabe's gonna go in there and chainsaw him.
Proceeding on foot.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Hide the kids.
He didn't even shoot you.
No, he shot when I got up and he missed, or I had a damage reduction. All right, so his grenade's on cooldown. You have a grenade, right? Yes. So we're gonna try and get this grenade up into the balcony here.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Frag going out.
All right.
Very powerful, the grenade.
Oh yes.
Like game-changingly so. I feel like I didn't use them all that much in like proper gears.
They are very good. So we're gonna get him over here, forcing this guy. Hopefully, that's half cover there. Hopefully he'll kind of move out, not just shoot down him. We got this guy back here.
For duty.
Yeah.
Let's see. You also have a grenade in the ready? Yeah. Okay. Oops, I keep hitting escape to go back, and that's not the one. So I can get close enough with him. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this
Fortune
is close.
favors the bold, I
Yeah.
think is what they say. Marcus Phoenix said that.
Yeah. Fortune favors the bull.
Fortune favors the bull. Yeah. He put his fingers in his ear.
Damn it, Anya. Fortune. All right, there we go. And we got this guy. He's got to make his way over here. He's got to make his way over here someday. How's he gonna do it though? Think he's got a ladder over there? Let's see.
I don't know.
He's got a car. I'm gonna call that half cover.
Yeah.
And that's an Overwatch. So let's see what our Overwatch looks like. Not good. I'm gonna call that not good. Let's go
There's only
around.
one of them. Just hit end turn. Let him
End
walk
turn?
over.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll get.
Don't even set up your Overwatches. Just
Let's
No
go.
respect.
Let's just go over here and
spend all your points to run over there and then die.
Teamwork.
I love it.
I'll make him come this way, and I'm gonna go on an Overwatch here. Yeah, this is my last guy, so gonna.
Keeping watch.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He's just gonna hide. Nope. Yep.
Oh god.
Yeah. So that
Oh,
that interrupted thing is awesome. You see, he's making his way towards cover.
Yeah. Oh, by the way.
Knock him back.
Okay.
Oh, by the way.
Oh, by the way. We're gonna kill this guy and then end it here.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Nobody look over the side. It's a lot of water.
We're gonna end it here because we all know this is gonna end very well.
You pretty much won the mission right here.
The last thing I will try and show with Cole here is the pistol knockout of Overwatch thing. So with the pistol, there's an ability disabling shot. It gets a pretty high hit percentage. I think it's better than the normal hit percentage. Oh, it's about the same. But hitting him with this will knock him out of Overwatch.
Ooh, that one.
Oops. Like I said, hitting him with it would knock him out of Overwatch. That's going to take 3. That's going to take 3. Wow, you can't go around the bus. No, I guess you can't. Boy. Okay.
Well, what about your guy over there on the other side of the
he's going to try and get up
him
here.
up and then shoot down. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I like it. He's in good position.
Yeah, that'll be 2 out of 3. You can then pull out a pistol and try to save Gabe if you want. I don't know, whatever.
You could probably just kill him with a gun. I was going to try and shoot to show that.
100%. That's got to be.
Oh, it's not going to kill him.
Bonus.
But it's not going to kill him.
High bonus though.
Shoot with damage. Shoot with a damage bonus. The damage bonus is equal to 100%. That seems like it'll kill him. All right, check this out.
Okay.
Check this out. Okay, he can't move, so let's you're right. Let's do this. Damage bonus. Do it. Got it. He's out. That's the end of our mission. Let's finish up our turn here. Take some shots. 50-50. Boom. He's revved up. He's revved up. He can't stop now. He can't stop now. He can't miss now.
No, exactly.
It's a partial hit. Okay.
Hey, partial hits are still hits.
I'll probably
that guy
finish this.
Ran away.
I'll probably finish this mission off air. I haven't hit a checkpoint yet. He's just gonna hang out there, give me a little love tap there. Yeah, I think it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's different than what's out there. I'm also playing Chimera Squad, which is the kind of self-contained little XCOM bit of business going on right now.
Yeah,
they're very different. You wouldn't even think a tactical game would be that different, but boy, they are very different.
Well, it's weird because on paper, when you read it, you're like, oh, like okay, like it's a smaller scale XCOM, and then Gears doesn't seem like a huge scale full XCOM experience either. So on paper, they actually sounded somewhat similar, but obviously, like the interleaving turns and stuff on XCOM, it seems like a very different thing. Oh, well, yeah, okay. So I was just about to ask, well, how are the mid-mission saves?
So I think I didn't see a checkpoint come up. So I suspect when I hit this, it's going to say you're going to lose all unsaved data, and I probably have to start that mission over again.
No, I think it just says save.
Yeah, I've always finished a mission. I've never done it. Let's just see. I'll see what happens when I load up and see what that mission looks like.
Doesn't look like you got multiple save. Okay, you got multiple save.
Yeah,
slots,
multiple save slots,
not in a way that lets you save scum on individual shots.
That's right. In a kind of like, hey, I want to start another game on Iron Man, or
Michaela's next lead looks solid.
I'll go back to the menu. I'll load this in. Go back to the menu, and I'll just show you which will be of some interest to people starting this game. Oh yeah, I'm right here. That's great.
Yeah, you're right there.
And the load times are good.
And hey, it's if you got that Game Pass, it's on that Game Pass.
It's on that Game Pass. You can just go get this. If you start a new game, you do get options like Iron Man, like
Oh yeah. Right.
Iron Man, which I think could be on any difficulty.
Let me just double check. Beginner Iron Man.
Yeah, let me double check that because in Iron Man you're gonna be unable to restart missions, right, or back it up if you make a mistake. Yes. Okay. Yes, and then select what you want here. So.
Got it.
Yep. Those are your options. I haven't found it that difficult yet once I kind of figured out what the game was and stopped trying to play it like an XCOM game. You know,
yes.
It's different enough that it's got its own systems, a little overwhelming sometimes with all the options, but enjoyable.
I think they lay it on you heavy out of the gate. Like it's got a decent tutorial about, hey, here's how to use the pistol to interrupt Overwatch. Like they walk you through a lot of that stuff, but then you finish that first little chunk and it's like, here's the skill tree, and you're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's like anything, you just need to spend some time with it. But it was. I think the game might benefit when I think about like Gears of War fans that are not necessarily tactics fans. That's where I think like that maybe didn't play XCOM or any other stuff. That's when I start to think like, oh, they maybe could have like more gently eased you into a little bit of this stuff, and that might be a better experience for people. But whatever, it's cool. Man.
As somebody who kind of burned out on the Gears formula, I'm into this. So
sure,
it works. I'll take tactics games. They're fun. It spices it up in a way that doesn't feel like this doesn't feel like a cheap repaint of some other tactics games. They've done enough here to tie it into what I feel like is a Gears tone. And that makes sense. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you for having me.
Gears Tactics. Check it out. Game Pass and Steam and Windows platforms. Available.
Yes. No console, even though you can play it with a game. I played it with a gamepad for a little while just to check, and it works well enough. Like, I think the mouse and keyboard is a much smoother way to interact with the game, obviously, but it's fine.
There's nothing.
You could put this on an Xbox and it would be absolutely playable.
That's right. It doesn't seem like there's anything in there that, and honestly, some of the keyboard controls feel like it was designed with a controller in mind. Sometimes the way they map some of the menu stuff is like, we're really gonna make me hit Q and E to cycle through weird things. That's
definitely like a little bit of that.
That seems weird. All right. Thanks, Jeff. See you later.
All right. See ya.